Hi there, welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. I'm going to do a little bit more work on wildflowers of the wayside and woodland. So the last time we were together working on this, and I am jumping around from books to books. I painstakingly finally decided on this facial tissue that's got pretty flowers and butterflies and things on it, and Mod Podged it onto the spine because the spine was just really sadly discolored. And I like how it turned out. So it's just a hint of flowers there. And I extended the Mod Podge out across the cover. And I like it. I'm very happy with that. Now I know for sure, don't hold me to it. I'm like 99% sure that I want to run a little line of these delicate little flowers down on both sides. Now I came to the executive decision that I'm going to cover these up. They're just not, I don't think they can hold their weight against the lace that I want to be able to put on this because I'm going to shabby chic it. And I've got some bridal lace that I think I want to use that's got seed pearls and sequins. And I just think this plain little image isn't going to do it. Oh, I should start my timer. Where are you? Start. There we go. No, I want to start you. Why are you just flashing? There we go. Thank you. Trying to give me grief. So I made the executive decision that this is going to get covered up so that then I can surround it and play with, play with some laces. Now I looked for, whenever I'm shabby chicing a book now, my go-to for shabby chicing with laces, my go-to inspiration is this amazing artistic book that Donna Morgan gifted to me. I love this book. And she created this. There's a flip through for it somewhere in my video history. So if you want to go find it, I'll try. But if I can't, it's there. Look for Donna Morgan. Maybe Happy Mail Donna Morgan. It'll come up. And it's got this cover on it that she's made with evening gloves, the long ones that come up to your elbow, and both sides. Like how clever is that? That this beautiful wrap is made with. Look, there's the other glove. I love it. And then it's several boards, photo albums, boards held with loose rings. And then she just, her eye for laying down lace is just, it takes my breath away, this book. I love it. I love how it feels. I love lifting all the different little areas to lift and look at. But see how she layers all these different laces. And here's where I have to take a lesson from her, because she uses all the different shades from a diamond white right to a really dark ivory brown, tea-dyed, like this one in here on this little lady here. That's very tea-stained. And it's just, it all flows. I love that C on there for Catherine. And I'm always so afraid to use Snow White. And look how she's used it here in her layering. And it works. So I have to remind myself of that because I tend to want to tea dye all my whites and take them to at least off-white, if not darker. And she's got whites here. And it's just, Anyhow, I love this little cluster here. Let me make sure that you can see it. I love that little cluster right there. Isn't that nice? So I have Donna's book out to inspire me. Cute little guy. And I'm going to shabby chic the cover. So I'm going to move this over. So yeah, if you get a chance, look it up in my videos, in my video history. It was probably a good 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years. What I think I want to do with this cute little guy, he's not very big, but that spine is lovely now. I'm very happy with the spine, very happy with how that turned out with the tissue on top to camouflage. It was just such a hideous yellowy color. And now you can still see the butterflies. You can still see a little hint, just a tiny little hint of the writing. Not much of it shows through. I'm okay with that. So I started going through all my flowers that I have here. And I have books on flowers that I went through. I have flowers that are already fussy cut. More over here. I have sort of a Tupperware bin over here. I went through them all. And I kept coming back to Edith. I'm quite okay with maybe putting a little bit of Edith down there in the corner. I also like this little one down there, maybe, because it's just nice and delicate. I kind of liked this one. I'm going to try and tear the edge and see if I like it better. Not sure. So I'm okay with those. The other day I got Happy Mail from Valentina, and she included this really nice card. And I even enjoy those. So I sort of toyed with maybe putting the cover of Valentina's card on here. Not sure. Oh, which one here was I thinking about? Oh, I was thinking about this one. I think that, oh, it's wild pear. All right, that would count because it's wildflowers. So wild pears would look pretty. So I was thinking of maybe that. And then I was thinking, I like that little butterfly that I saved there and maybe put it on the back, and that will tie in the other little butterflies that are playing on the spine. So let's fussy cut this for now. I hope you're doing well. I am doing well. I must say, I say it often, I'll say it again, because I can stay in my little cozy house in the winter, I don't really mind winter. I enjoy snuggling in, keeping warm, looking out my window at the bad weather, and just having nonstop time here in my room. I do enjoy it, I must say. I think I got glue on my finger here. There we go. So I'll just use, probably use more Mod Podge to put this down. But first I will ink the edges, of course. not ink those edges. Then I've got to do the painstaking process of choosing what laces and where. Now, for me, when I'm fussy cutting a butterfly, I take the antennas right off because there's just no really nice way to just get the antenna. But fear not, because once it's all done and it's glued down and it's Mod Podged over, I will take a really fine point micron marker and draw the antennas back on. It works very well. It's very quick and easy and very effective looking. There we go. Hubby and I are having date night in tonight. The pandemic has taught us that we actually enjoy choosing something from a local restaurant and picking it up and bringing it home, and we'll set the table, we'll have wine, and we'll have like our own private restaurant. Yeah, I like that. So I'm just going to put that casually on the back. I usually, when I shabby chic, will just put a minimal amount of lace on the back. I usually make sure that the front is definitely the presentation side. So now let's get rid of this. I hope my blue box is back. Today was Blue Box Day, our recycling box. So it was outside all morning. Although you're watching this in the morning, it's actually, for me right now, it's afternoon. Oh, yes, my blue box is back in my room. Okay, so I'm going to move this. I want a torn edge. Now I'm just getting my deckled edge ruler that I made for myself. I've had several people ask. Every so often I get someone ask, how do I do that? Plastic ruler. See, the thicker works better because you're pulling paper against it. So I have a thin ruler here. I still use it, but if I've got thick, almost cardstocky, see how this one is kind of, this one was from a dollar store. This one is much thicker. And then I just use, I don't know, needle nose, long nose pliers. And you just literally snip off chips all along the edge, do the whole thing. And you'll have a nice deckle edge ruler. So, I'm going to try and tear this. I'm going to put my ruler there. It just helps control the tear. For me, at least, I don't always have the best luck freehanding a tear. And I don't know whether it's my stumpy little short fingers, which I have, or that they've got a bit of arthritis in them. I don't know. I just don't have the best of luck freehand tearing. Now, I'm liking that. I'm just going to see if I can take it around this flower. I'm not too worried. If I don't like it, this flower will get used in something else. So I'm moving the ruler around to where I need it to be so that I have something. Oh, maybe. Let's see if, oh, I'm freehanding here. Hold on. We're freestyling. Oh, that one went a little too far. All right, I don't want to lose this this leaf. There's a leaf here, so I'm going to use my ruler to protect that little leaf. And liking that. See what I mean? How just giving the ruler there gives a little support for those little tight spots. All right, now I'm just going to take a peek ahead of time. I am concerned it's a little big. I'm going to hold off because I don't want to have to do all that work only to find out that's too big. This one is a little more delicate, a little smaller, and I think I'm going to try and use no ruler with this. And I'm tearing this specifically so that the paper core shows, because as you know, I'm going to want to ink this. And I find that sometimes it's really nice to ink that exposed paper core. Let's see, how did this one go? That's not bad. No, I don't think that one's going to work. Because I'd have to put it on its side. I want to cover that up. And I would lose one of those flowers. All right, well, at least we know. That one's not going to work, but it's still pretty enough. I will keep it in with my flowers. All right, well, there's one down for sure. Let's see about that one. Oh, I'm going to move the book again. I don't want to lean on that little spine by accident because it's so nicely rounded. We protected it so well, and it would just be my luck that I would lean on it and bash it in and have to try and reshape it again. Let's just take this up. So we've got, I can go back over on my shelf. So I'm hoping that this will work. If necessary, I'm willing to sacrifice that twig. And I'm going to tear again so that I get paper core showing. This is hard to hold on to. So I am going to cut in and then I'm going to tear around. There we go. That's easier. There you go. So this one's not too bad. It's letting me tear, and I don't feel the need to use my ruler for support. Now I've got to remember not to be too particular about this because there is going to be lace laying on top and around it. It'd be nice if it had Edith on the cover. I think that would be rather fitting for a little Wildflower book to have some of Edith Holden's artwork. All right, let's see. Let's see if this is the one. Is this the one? That sounds like my father used to love the Maury Povich show. But he didn't call it the Maury Povich show. He called it the Is He the Father show. And if I phoned at the wrong time in the afternoon, I'd say, "Hi, Dad. How you Mom doing?" And he'd say, "You haven't phoned at a good time. We're watching Is He the Father." Now, could I put it upside down? No, I think we are going to lose the twig because I am liking that. I am liking that. And hold on, so we can just start getting our imaginations going. So there's going to be like laces around the, oh, hold on. So that could stay. If that was, I have other ones. I have this one. I want to be able to take this lace, oh, there we are, up a bit. I want to be able to cover up that little red dot. See the little red dot? There it is. I want to cover that. That little red dot. I'm not enjoying it. Let's see what I've got. This is all bridal lace that I have found while thrifting. So if I put you there, I can snip in and around here. I love the little seed pearls on it. I love this. That could go right up the side like that. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, so my dad used to love the Is He the Father show. And I can honestly tell you, I've never watched a single episode. I've heard it was quite a show. And apparently he's married to a really nice lady. And, okay, let's take these off. Although I want it kind of casual looking, I don't want it too casual. I still want, like, I want that off. And same with that little bit. I want that off.
Is this sustainable?
Oh,
yes.
hold on. What are you doing?
Yes. Is this...
Sorry about that. That was my, I have my laptop beside me. And every once in a while, if I've just paused, I don't know why, if I've paused a website, sometimes my laptop will go, "You know what? You were watching this," and it'll wake itself back up. All right. Those can go. So if that went up there like that, that could run off the edge. You know I like a good running off the edge. Okay, let's take you. And I'm not averse to overlapping. All right, I think that twig needs to go, but I'm not quite ready to let it go. But I don't like that bump. See what I mean? fuss budget. And there's always the fear, will you make it worse? Phew, we didn't. All right, so if that went there, I gotta ink this because it's interfering with my imagination that it's not inked. Gather twigs. Gather twigs. So I'm just doing that core. Give it a little character. I still haven't found the naked books that I started on. I did go through the boxes that I had put aside for my local thrift store, and they weren't in there, so that gives me hope that they're somewhere in here. Because I also pushed some things out of the way when I put together my new standing table, my work table. So I could have just said, oh, I'll put these over here. And now I don't know where over here is. They'll show up. There we go. All right, I may use this and bring it in a little bit. And this soft brush does it better. Brings it in from the edge a little bit more faded. Sometimes I find, I don't know about you, but if I'm a little too vigorous with one of these things, I can leave the image of a half circle on my paper. So if I want to bring my ink in a little further into the paper, I'm much better off with one of these. Okay, I like that torn edge. Happy with that. All right, let's bring you back. There we go. I'm still not... I'm still uncertain about this twig, if that's staying or not. Don't know. Nope, that wasn't you. Here you go. All right. So that, I could bring that in a bit. Bring that there. Bring that like that. And up the side. Yes. Now let's take a look at this. I guess I could trim this now. I want to leave it a little longer on both ends because I'm going to wrap it and it'll go under the end papers. So I'm going to give myself enough. Let's see. Go. Better. Let's get this right off my table. Isn't that funny? I have a huge table here. It's huge. At least to me it's huge. And I'm just still constantly running out of space. So that would go along there. That would go along that side. Yeah. I did like the satin on this one. Now here's the other part to that. Now sometimes in the past when I have shabby chic'd, I've sort of done a little cluster up here and a little cluster down here. And I don't know why. I guess I did it because as I was working on it, that appealed to me as a flat surface piece of art. But when I thought about it after I'm done, and I've done it a few times now, that really doesn't play into it because the book then gets folded in half and you never ever notice that I've done an asymmetrical thing. Oh well. I want to leave the title. Oh, it's the alarm of the day. Here. Isn't that pleasant? Oh, I am so happy. There we go. I'm so happy with my my new choice of timers. All right, well, I'm going to have to play with this a bit. Now, don't worry. I will turn the camera on when I've made my decision. I'll show you how I glue it down. I'm not sure I'll be able to show you how I sew it because I am going to go around this whole thing with my sewing machine. It adds to the character, it makes it look cool, and it also really, really holds the lace in place. It doesn't go anywhere after that. All right, well, listen. Thanks for joining me today. I think we got a little bit done. I think we did all right. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.